I might have cracked the code. I might have the replacement for such good shit.
Oh no, I'm sort of scared. Why am I scared?
This is actually really clean. This is actually uncancelable. And it's actually...
Uncancelable, everybody.
I mean, it depends.
You heard it here.
Just like me, cis white man. I like this because it's quite a... we can add a theme song to it. we can have
You
like a little
encourage me
title
to write
cards.
original music.
Christ, no. I was expecting. But the nice thing is, we can kind of... it'll always have the same title, but we can adjust the topic of it.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Fact or Fabe.
Fact or Fabe? Oh god. I like this. I already... Did I just jump in and assume that this is going to be a fact about someone that's either happened in story or is real about them?
Oh, it could be. It's whatever we want it to be.
Or it's made up.
It's whatever we want it to be.
Okay.
This week, I've gone for a very specific thing. Is this an official piece of merchandise, or did I make it up?
I like this. I like this idea of like... either you came up with this mad idea or the Fed
The Fed.
This. Yeah, I feel like I've recently, even though I've been aware of the term and, you know, it's been used for over a decade, I feel like it's been like, I've been made hyper aware of it recently, so I keep saying it. Because it's funny, because like, let's be honest, it's shouldn't it be the Ent?
What?
The Ent, for entertainment.
Oh. Jesus Christ, I hate it.
I hate the Fed. Like, Fed... oh, God, I'm headbutting
Jesus
the wall.
Christ.
Fed, bang! Fed, to me, is like, you know...
Lewinsky's not going to be happy.
What annoyingly annoyingly in London call police. Like, oh, Feds. I'm like, first of all, Feds is short for Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah.
The FBI. We don't have that here. So calling a police officer a Fed is stupid as fuck. But I'm done trying to educate London.
You're such a fucking nerd, bro. Jesus Christ.
Moving on, the Fed, or the Ent.
The Ent. I mean, I like that because it reminds me of also the trees from Lord of the Rings.
Ents. Thank you. It's cooler.
So, as we said this week, is it a real piece of merchandise or is it not? I've got 10 here. We're not having a tie this year because I've got a tiebreaker.
Is a tiebreaker just you win because I didn't beat you?
The pyro goes off in the room and we have to escape before the building burns down. So, number 1. It's a Daniel Bryan hat, but it has a beard on it. Fact or Fabe?
Daniel Bryan hat?
Yes.
With a beard on it? Oh, fuck.
They loved the beard, didn't they?
I want to say real because they had a whole thing about going on about him being bearded and looking like a goat and the flying goat
being
bit
the goat
that JBL was obsessed like weekly. Oh, flying goat! It's a flying goat! Goat this, goat that, and then constantly trying to make out that he's small, even though Rey Mysterio is on the fucking roster. But yeah, I want to say the beard was real. The beard hat was real.
You're correct.
Thank you.
Done. Well done. 1-0 to Zach.
Already winning.
Number 2. WWE replica belt waist expander for fat people.
I'm gonna just jump in and immediately say real because I feel like you're trying to throw me off by adding for fat people, which obviously wouldn't have been in the item description. I know you, Stephen.
Fuck, it's a fact, yes.
Yes! I know it exists because, of course, Americans need this.
Of course they do. How are you going to wear your fucking belt for athletes when you go to Raw on a Monday?
My favourite thing. My favourite meme ever. Not even meme, it's like comment, like... sort of comment / observation that fans that bring belts to shows should be forced to defend them.
Yeah. Getting super kicked. The amount of thigh slaps that's going to be in that building. The Young Bucks would be jealous. But they'd still have more.
Yeah, everyone's gangster until Brock Lesnar starts shoot wrestling.
Oh no, I can't make that comment. Oh no.
Or you could say against black fans.
Say against women.
Jesus Christ, it's even worse.
You need to go with a security detail to that show. We're actually going, April 19th, we're going to his first live wrestling show. If Brock's in the room...
I will be... Brock is not going to be there. His legal issues will not be cleared up in the next 40 days.
Fuck yeah!
I know, it's not long. It's really not long. I'm
so
excited. I'm very excited. I'm like, who are we going to see? We don't even know!
No! They might do a superstar shake-up. Might have a draft. Who knows?
All I'm saying is I hope... I'm a little bit sad. I sort of want Seth Rollins to turn up, because if I don't get to whoa, that's all I care about. That's all I want to do. He doesn't have to wrestle. I know he's been cleared.
Sorry, I'm looking at this. I'm just making sure my mic's working, because I'm looking at that screen. But
we have 2 for each of us anyway.
1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that's working. That's fine.
It's great.
So, number 3, Tori Wilson, wife beater T-shirt for men.
As in, it says Tori Wilson wife beater, or it's a wife beater?
It just says wife. No, it's a T-shirt that says wife beater, and it's Tori Wilson on the back. Because there was this whole storyline. It was Dawn Marie. Dawn Marie married Tori Wilson's dad, and then gave him a heart attack with sex.
God, I fucking hate 2000s wrestling. How do they squeeze that into a 3-minute segment? That's crazy. How are we supposed to get that much information?
Well, I mean, Jesus Christ, I can feel a lot of... No. My personal life is none of your business.
I'm going to say fake, because I feel like they were so disrespectful to women, they didn't even get that much merch.
Fucker, it's fake.
I'm that good. I'm getting smarky. If I get more than half of these, I'm going to move myself up from mid-card Smark.
You're going up to bronze.
No, number 1 contender.
Number 1 contender. We're going to end up competing weekly for the title of Smark. Who is Smark of the Week?
That might be the theme of season 3.
Oh. I mean, it'll be fucking shameful if after all these years I lose it, but bearing in mind that I'm keeping up to the date with the most important timeline in wrestling, the road to WrestleMania, via Instagram. I might deserve it.
You're doing yourself no favours. And you didn't know Kane was in the Hall of Fame.
I remember The Undertaker. I don't remember Kane going in.
I think it might have been 2020. I almost...
Nah. Because Undertaker went in, I think, 21.
I'm doing that awful thing where I have to fact check.
If it turns out...
It was 2021.
So Kane would have been 22?
Yeah, he was class of 2021. No, Kane is class of 2021, so Undertaker was before that.
Really? Okay. Hmm.
Which has given me a thing I want to do at some point. You know, I was got my Rushmore, but until I can come up with good graphics for the Rushmore thing, it's getting benched. But in the meantime, we might have to do a who should be in the Hall of Fame. But that's separate. Keep going with yours.
I mean, we could finish with that. I think that'd be quite
No, we need to
take a moment.
We need to do our main subject.
That's why I did this, just in case. I did want to just take a moment and say, fuck yeah, biggest fans of Bull Nakano going, we did this, we represented.
Just to give a bit more context, we are taking ownership,
full responsibility
for Bull Nakano being inducted to the Hall of Fame, because we mentioned her. We made the entire wrestling community aware of Bull Nakano when we didn't even know who she was from the 1995 roster, former WWE Women's Champion,
the only credible person who could have fought Alundra Blaze. We did this. We did this.
Every time I think about it, I just think about the quote from you being, she made up 25% of the women's roster in 1995. A roster that included Linda McMahon. So she basically was 33.3% of the roster. Jesus Christ, how were only 3 women competing for 1 title?
It was 90s wrestling. Who was respectful to women?
But no, for real, do you know apparently the story as to why she's being inducted is because apparently Triple H was a massive fan.
Good.
He said he loved ball. Apparently, like, I think, understandably, I said it in that episode, and we didn't talk about it afterwards, but I've gone back and watched 2 ball matches from that era, from 95. Not only was ball an interesting heel, but, like, I think aesthetically, like, let's be honest, most women of that era were still more feminine, and then here comes Bull Nakano looking like some wild fucking Japanese, somewhat androgynous, with the fucking I say Paul Tekken hair.
Yes,
like all gelled up, all this fucking face stuff, and like acting like hyper aggressive, somewhat masculine in a way. Women's wrestling hadn't seen that.
It was the same thing that you'd kind of see from Luna Vachon a couple of years later.
Yeah,
China. They were all inspired
women
by
that
her.
weren't, because Alundra Blaze, who props to Alundra Blaze, was amazing, was still very like, she was that sort of gymnast build and very feminine, very like pretty blonde who was strong and never to be underestimated.
Capable but girly.
Yeah. And then Bull Nakano, this wild Japanese like style like person. Yeah, something that the Fed hadn't seen. I'm saying Fed. Because it was relevant because it was 95. So
every
it was
time
the
you
Fed.
say the Fed, I just in my head here.
Doesn't even make sense. That's from the WCW.
Yeah, I know, but it feels like you're just gonna say, "Oh well, Mankind's about to win the world title. That'll put butts in seats."
Lethal dose of poison.
A lethal dose. Don't know what I turned.
Continue with your list, my friend.
Okay. Well, we got number 4. You're 3-0 up. I don't think this is going to go very well for me, looking at these.
I'm number 1 contender.
WWF sweating action figure.
Sweating action figure?
Yeah.
How would that work? This is like you squeeze the legs together and like water just like...
Yeah, you just fill the back with water and then it just seeps out the pores.
Why? Why did you need
Because when you're having a long 7-minute match, which on an episode of Monday Night Raw in 96 would have been a long match, you start sweating. They gassed.
I want to say yes because that sounds like some terrible 90s figure that they made.
You're correct. It's real.
Yes. Do you know what? My thinking is, we're talking about like the weirdly fleshy fucking like muscle dolls.
Yeah.
And for me, I remember the ones the changeable heads. Like I had Power Rangers that had. So they had their normal head and then their helmet head, and you have to like squeeze the legs, and it would like flip the head. So like literally from here it was like cut out. Right, there was like this weird like cavity, and it would like flip.
Well, now he's angry.
No, now they're a Power Ranger. Oh. So like normal Power Ranger outfit, but then them without their mask off, and then you squeeze the legs, and it would like rotate, and then it would like be the mask.
I don't know why. I was imagining it was a wrestling one. I imagine having Eddie looking really smug. But it's the 2005 SummerSlam edition. So you squeeze the legs and he goes really angry. He goes, "Where's Vicky? Where the fuck's Vicky?"
But yeah, I can't believe that. Because the problem with that is like, what's stopping you from putting like, red liquid? Now they're not sweating, they're just profusely bleeding all over the place. or get really weird with it and start putting like black liquid. Now it's just getting literally dark.
New WWF blackface dolls.
You realise I'm going to scream perfect if I don't get anything wrong.
It's fine, I don't mind. I mean, you'll be happy. That's right. We got number 5, WWF talking soap.
What? What's it going to do? You're there rubbing your butt like, what a maneuver!
What?
Just watch you the whole time.
While you're scrapping your balls. Get it right in the gooch. You son of a bitch.
No, that can't work.
You don't fake for that one? That one is a fact.
No!
Come back on, everyone.
I need to see this in real life. I need to see talking soap.
It was real.
How does it work?
I don't know. That's the problem. All of the ones that are fake, I know how they work.
I do need to know. You should reveal it after, but I want to know when this was a product, because I feel like that's a very poignant thing. Like, what era are we in where people were crazy enough to try and even make this
See,
product?
I've actually done you a service here, because Bear in mind, with the belt extender for fat people, I call that the WWE replica. That was the WWF talking soap, and the one before that was WWF sweating action figure.
So yeah,
I'm giving you time frames.
Pre 2000. Yeah. So what? You know what? I actually forget. When was Get the F Out? That was like 2003.
2002.
2, 3.
That's when they lost the lawsuit to the Panda.
How? Of all the things Vince managed to get away with, how did you lose a lawsuit to the fucking WWF?
I don't know.
How? Because they're trying to save animals. I'm a
losers.
billionaire. Fuck you. You're a charity.
He should have came out in a fucking panda suit. Like wearing like panda fur robes. There's 101 Dalmatians.
It's crazy. But I actually looked into it. I think I looked into it. Apparently they sort of decided to let them have it. It wasn't so much they lost, but they sort of like, you know what, we'll just change our name.
Well, it sounds like they were just like in it for a
crazy when you look at like especially the story of how Vince captured the territories.
Yeah.
How he then just let a charity take the name away from him. I'm like, that's fucking nuts.
I mean, you use the word charity, and that kind of says a lot to me, in the sense that
Vince McMahon, the sex offender,
he does Make-A-Wish.
The abuser. No, he makes John Cena do Make-A-Wish.
He goes up to kids with bowel cancer and says, "Such good shit."
But no, next one.
Next one. So we got the Chris Benoit versus Undertaker Buried Alive match.
Toy.
Yeah.
I find it weird. It's specific. Surely you're going to sell the Buried Alive toy. Why does it have to be Undertaker versus Chris Benoit?
Well, you can't have a Buried Alive match without Undertaker, can you?
But that makes me sad because we've already previously established on this podcast that Undertaker loses all of his Buried Alive matches. So
I mean, that means definitely lose if there's some gym
Chris
equipment.
Benoit has to win, and nowadays that's not something we can allow. I pray to God that's not real.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
You're right. You are right.
Fuck. Only because I know my real logic. I never, I've seen wrestling. I owned wrestling toys. I never saw specific match wrestling toys.
There were match type toys. You don't have casket matches.
But matches between two people. Yeah, and that's where you did yourself dirty.
No, I've seen those.
Because I used to have an Extreme Rules match, and it came with an RVD figure. He lost a leg eventually. Yeah.
My RVD figure lost a leg.
Did you try and make it do a 5-star frog splash from the second floor?
I wasn't that angry.
Which was me doing this. I did the movement and I just threw it.
That's how he did it. He just went whoop whoop on the top rope and then jumped. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the first toilet break. I'm sorry.
It's also 5-1. So
yeah, I know.
I've basically won.
There's a tiebreaker. I could get 4 in a row.
It's over.
I could get 4 in a row.
Statistically speaking, it's over.
I'm not having this shit. I will come back stronger.
So basically, I've got a side story, Stephen, and you're going to see this when you see the full episodes. Every time you leave the room, I start shitting on Cody super hard.
You fucking mark.
I'm done anyway. I've made my point. Everyone who's watching this from the edit will know, because they've already seen episode 1's rant about nepotism. Stephen's like, what?
Nepotism?
So let's get on with this, because we are running out of time. It's 5-1. You're like, what the fuck?
As if it couldn't get any worse. Great. We've got the WWF Scratch and Sniff poster.
Well, Scratch and Sniff was a thing. That was always a thing. And you said WWF, so that was definitely real.
You shitter. It's Fabe!
No!
It's Fabe!
There was no Scratch and Sniff poster.
No Scratch and Sniff poster.
I feel like you used WWF against me.
I was going to be really specific when I did it as well. So,
Bastard man.
Stephen is Bastard Man, yes! We got number 8, Eddie in China, Vagina t-shirt.
What's the spelling?
VA-China. Like it's a spelling bee. Can I have the definition?
This was Attitude Era. Like Eddie and
yeah, of course it was.
Eddie and China were very fucking raunchy and like pushing boundaries. So
they weren't that raunchy.
They were a little bit. It was, you had a Latino man basically openly confessing his love in very overly sexual ways. Like, other than this, I feel like
Mamacita.
other than the existence of Val Venus, I feel like WWE hadn't been this openly perverted. Honestly, I've been watching a lot of like classic era, like randomly on and off, and I was like, genuinely, like that era, because what? Eddie China was, because she joined him after DX, so that was like 99?
99, 2000.
Yeah. Honestly, they were trying so hard to bury WCW, and they're like, what have we got? Well, we've got fucking sex scandal storylines going on here. I'm going to say that's real. Even though I feel like it's not. I feel like it might have been real, because I missed it.
Final answer.
Yeah.
It is real.
Yeah.
You have won this round.
I've won this game.
Fact or fame. Do you want to continue with the other ones I came up with?
Let's just go through them. I'll just say quick, yes or no.
So we got the TNA table that says Dixie.
No.
That's real.
Dixie.
Yeah, because Dixie Carter got pushed for a table.
For fuck's sake.
We've got the Sable handprint titty stickers.
Oh, 100%.
That's Fabe.
Ah, you tricked me.
I did it in the wrong order. We could have still been going. And we've got the tiebreaker, which is the Rikishi shirt, which has an arse that hangs over yours.
That fucking ruined me.
It's like you're touching cheeks.
Genuinely, for a split second, I started to become concerned about how long I was going to just hold cider in my mouth. That sounds so good. It's like something you equally made up, but also
they would do it.
My favourite phrase, Vince sanctioned bullshit. Oh fuck. Yeah, that's real.
It is real, and it's the first wrestling shirt I ever owned.
You owned this.
Yes!
I need it. For the edit alone, I need to see if you have this.
I don't have it anywhere.
Or a picture of you wearing it.
No, there's like no pictures of me as a child, so I could just appear.
There's no pictures of you as a child.
I appeared at Samsung in 2022.
Did you never like have school photos?
Oh, no one wants to see that one. I didn't go in with the Baghdad t-shirt.
We have recorded this now, so I'm going to have to put a picture of you in school. I'll tell you what.
I will find you.
I will also post one of me, but the one of Steven is coming first, so... Yeah, well, editing, it's fun.
I will say, that did actually perk me up a little bit, because it was 6-4 in the end, I believe. I might be awful at maths. But, it wasn't as bad as it was either 7-4 or 6-5. One of the two. Definitely bad at maths.
No, 7-4, because it was a tiebreaker. So 7-4. Not the tiebreaker right.
Not as landslidey as I thought.
Because WWE's that unpredictable. It's that fucking ridiculous.
Do need to. There is a moment here now where I shake your hand. I say congratulations. And I present you with something you're going to have to ride home with on a bike.
The champ is here! This is the greatest moment of my life. I
had to walk out of Argos with that. It was so embarrassing.
You realise I'm bringing this to the fucking wrestling... I'm bringing this...
Well, no, because you might lose it by then. This is a weekly segment now.
That's an opportunity for content. Me losing a wrestling match live.
I don't mean like via pinfall. I mean via fact or Fabe.
Oh my god, I'm wearing this.
Does it actually fit? Because it doesn't fit me.
It definitely doesn't fit me. It looks like it does. If I lean back. Oh my god, how much was this thing?
Too much. It was 20 quid, but
I know real ones are like 150 pounds.
When I went to Money in the Bank, I was looking at all the belts. I was putting like cheeky little comments in the family group chat. I was like, this one does look good. And my dad would just reply back with, if you buy that, don't come home.
Yeah, I mean, you said this to me. You were threatened with being disowned if you spent money on a real replica belt.
I mean, joke's on him. I'm going to buy that Winged Eagle.
Joke's on you, Dad. When I win the Uwu, you have to acknowledge me.
Throw up those ones, Dad. My sister and my mum are just sat there.
I'm realising now.